Class, today we will study the bones of the pelvic girdle, the hip bones. The hip bone is composed of the ilium, ischium, and pubis. It is classified as an irregular bone. Its superior part is flat and broad. Its middle part is narrow and thick. It features a deep, downward-facing socket called the acetabulum. Its inferior part contains a large opening, the obturator foramen. The two hip bones, along with the sacrum and coccyx, form the pelvis. The hip bone consists of the ilium, pubis, and ischium. These three bones meet at the acetabulum. They fuse together completely around the age of 16. The ilium forms the superior part of the hip bone. It is divided into a thick body and a broad, flat ala, wing. The body of the ilium forms the superior 2/5 of the acetabulum. The superior border of the ala is thickened. This forms the arched iliac crest. The anterior end of the iliac crest is the anterior superior iliac spine. The posterior end is the posterior superior iliac spine, approximately 5 to 7 centimeters posterior to the anterior superior iliac spine. The external lip of the iliac crest projects outward. This is known as the tubercle of the iliac crest. These are all important superficial anatomical landmarks. Inferior to the anterior and posterior superior iliac spines are sharp, bony projections. These are the anterior inferior iliac spine and the posterior inferior iliac spine, respectively. Inferior to the posterior inferior iliac spine is the deep greater sciatic notch. The internal surface of the iliac ala is marked by the shallow iliac fossa. The inferior boundary of the iliac fossa is the arcuate line. The postero-inferior part of the ala has a rough, ear-shaped articular surface. This is the auricular surface. It articulates with the auricular surface of the sacrum. Postero-superior to the auricular surface is the iliac tuberosity. It connects to the sacrum via ligaments. The external surface of the iliac ala is the gluteal surface. It serves for the attachment of the gluteal muscles. The ischium forms the postero-inferior part of the hip bone. It consists of a body and a ramus. The body forms the postero-inferior 2/5 of the acetabulum. Its posterior border features the pointed ischial spine. Inferior to the spine is the lesser sciatic notch. The space between the ischial spine and the posterior inferior iliac spine is the greater sciatic notch. The infraposterior part of the body extends anteriorly, superiorly, and medially. This extension is the thinner ischial ramus. Its terminal end unites with the inferior pubic ramus. The posterior part of the junction between the body and ramus is a rough, thickened eminence. This is the ischial tuberosity. It is the most inferior part of the ischium and is palpable. The pubis forms the antero-inferior part of the hip bone. It consists of a body, a superior ramus, and an inferior ramus. The body forms the antero-inferior 1/5 of the acetabulum. It meets the body of the ilium. Its superior border is rough eminence. This is the iliopubic eminence. From here, the superior ramus of the pubis projects anteromedially. Its end turns sharply downward. This continues as the inferior ramus of the pubis. The superior surface of the superior ramus has a sharp ridge. This is the pecten pubis. It is continuous posteriorly with the arcuate line. Anteriorly, it ends at the pubic tubercle. This is an important superficial landmark. The thick, blunt ridge from the pubic tubercle to the midline is the pubic crest. It is also palpable at the junction of the superior and inferior pubic rami. On the medial aspect lies an oval, roughened surface. This is the symphysial surface. The left and right symphysial surfaces are joined by fibrocartilage. This forms the pubic symphysis. The inferior pubic ramus extends posterolaterally to unite with the ischial ramus. Together, the pubis and ischium encircle the obturator foramen. The acetabulum is formed by the bodies of the ilium, ischium, and pubis. Within it, a lunate-shaped articular surface is called the lunate surface. The non-articular central part of the acetabulum is the acetabular fossa. The gap at the inferior margin of the acetabular rim is the acetabular notch. Well, in this session, we have learned the anatomy of the hip bone. Next time, we will study the bones of the free lower limb. Thank you.